Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here and welcome back to another Division video, and in today's video we are talking about vendors. See, the Division has three distinct groups of vendors: the ones you find in the base of operations and the safe houses, the ones you find at dark zone checkpoints, and the ones you find inside the dark zone safe rooms. Each of them serve their own distinct purpose, and the way in which you acquire items from them will also differ. So I'm here to tell you guys what you need to know. If you do enjoy this video, then it would be super appreciated if you could hit that thumbs up button and leave a like. It does genuinely help me out. Now let's get started. First, we're going to begin in the base of operations. You should be familiar with these vendors because we encountered them in the base of operations video I did a little while back. The guy on the left sells weapons, the lady in the middle sells gear, and the dude on the right sells mods. These are the most basic vendors. There's really not a lot to talk about here. At the top of the screen, they have a restock timer. This is how long before they refresh their stock, so that does of course mean that they aren't just static vendors that always sell the same items. They have a pool of items that they will cycle through, so if you miss an item, chances are it will return again, but not before they've sold you other stuff. Then if you look at the items themselves, you can see that they can be purchased in exchange for regular cash. Let's call this Division dollars. And if you go in the bottom right hand corner, you can see how much money you have. Now the vendors in the base of operations are, as far as I'm aware, only really going to be of use to you at the beginning of the game. They sell low rank weapons that are typically designed to help you gear up at the beginning before you inevitably go off and start finding better weapons from random loot drops. However, located around the map you'll also find safe houses, and each one of these also includes a vendor. This one here, for example, is a gear vendor, but were we to say visit the safe house down the road, that might include a weapon vendor or a mod vendor. The interesting thing here is that because this vendor is located in a higher level area, level 20 to be precise, you'll notice that the caliber of items he sells is much better than that which we'd find back at the base of operations, which is in the starting area. And he also sells blue and purple items, not just green. So it is of course in your interest to visit these safe houses as you level up too. But all of those vendors fall under what I'm going to call Group 1. Provided you have enough cash, they'll sell you the item. Dark Zone vendors, however, are different. There are, as you should know by now, two ways to enter the Dark Zones, either by jumping over a wall, and that's a one-way trip, or through these checkpoints. Once you walk through the door, you come to this, what I'm going to call pre-Dark Zone room. Here you can restock your items from the restock crate, and you can also visit the Dark Zone vendor. Right off the bat, without me even saying anything, I'm sure you can already see that the caliber of items on sale here is much higher than anything any of the other vendors has for sale. However, this vendor won't simply take your money in exchange for their items. See, items from the Dark Zone vendors not only require Dark Zone credits, which is a second type of currency obtained solely in the Dark Zone from killing enemies, players, opening chests, etc., but they also require a particular Dark Zone rank. Now these items here require that I be Dark Zone rank 30, and the reason for that is because we came in through the higher level areas. Were you to enter through, say, one of the lower level checkpoints, the requirements would be much lower. But regardless, if you want to buy an item from a Dark Zone vendor, you need Dark Zone credits, and you need to meet the Dark Zone rank requirement. Bear in mind, however, that you can lose both Dark Zone credits and Dark Zone rank by dying, so if you spent all day, say, ranking up and saving money to buy that all-important weapon, then you're going to want to be ultra cautious on the way back to avoid getting killed. On top of that, you can once again track your credits in the bottom right hand corner, and see the restock timer in the top left. The final type of vendor, which I'm going to call Group 3, can also be found inside the Dark Zone, but for this one, you're going to have to go deeper. In the Dark Zone, you'll find safe rooms. These are like safe houses, only smaller, and just for your team. You won't see other players in them, but what you will find alongside another restock crate is a very special vendor. However, you're kinda gonna have to take my word for it because, well, in the build that I played, the vendor wasn't there. They were in the alpha, and the developer reassured me that they will also be in the beta and the full game. They just weren't there in the particular build I was playing. But this table right here, behind here, is where you'll find them, and they're special because they sell high-end weapons. As a super quick reminder, the rarity levels in the Division are Worn, Standard, Specialized, Superior, and High-End. So high-end are the yellow weapons, and these are the best ones in the game. They typically have the best stats, and also the most talents. The sale mechanics for these vendors, however, are identical to the ones you find in the Dark Zone checkpoints. They too only accept Dark Zone credits, and they also have Dark Zone rank requirements, but they're also a lot more expensive. However, once you've purchased the item, it doesn't need to be extracted, it's yours right away. And if you drop down a Dark Zone rank after buying the items, it also doesn't matter. The rank requirement is purely for purchase and not for use. And that's pretty much it. That was just a super quick look at the different types of vendors in the Division. If you guys did find it helpful, then again a like would be super appreciated, and comment down below if you have any questions. But make sure you tune in tomorrow for another Division video, and thanks for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.